Hello guys, welcome to A-Town's pay-per-view reviews. Today we're going to be reviewing TLC 2017, the Raw pay-per-view for WWE, so we're just going to jump right into it. I have my notes here, or not notes, but the exact match cards so I know exactly in what exact order and such. So, the kickoff show started with Sasha Banks versus Alicia Fox. This match was actually very good. I think it could have deserved a better build, to be honest. It was kind of the same that they did, I think, about 2 months ago with the false finish angle, and they sparked a feud, and then it kind of just went down the toilet, and they did the exact same thing 2 weeks ago, false finish, and they're in a feud again. But these two put on a very good match. For people who say that Alicia Fox needs to be fired, needs to be out of the company, that is not true. Alicia Fox really displayed some strengths here. I really hope that these two get lengthy matches in the future. And yeah, just an overall solid match. Loved it. Really good match. So then we're going to move on to Asuka versus Emma. This match was awesome. Emma, just like Alicia Fox, Emma proved that she belonged here. Emma's very underrated in my opinion, in a lot of people's opinion. A lot of people want her to get a push. Unfortunately, with Asuka, a lot of the women are going to kind of be pushed down a little bit because Asuka's just amazing. The best female worker right now, and then Charlotte second, I would say. But this match, very good. Asuka came in, place went nuts. She got a nice entrance, just like she deserved. Emma actually showed that she showed dominance in this match, like a lot of Asuka matches that I've seen, and then Asuka just comes back and wins, but there was a lot of nice spots in this match, and these two can put on a real good match. I really hope that Asuka is used correctly and not booked like complete garbage like Charlotte is on SmackDown. And yeah, so Asuka versus Emma, I hope to see those two in the future again, and I'd like to see where Asuka's going to come into the title picture now. Then we get to the Cruiserweights, Rich Swann and Cedric Alexander versus Jack Gallagher and Brian Kendrick. This match was surprisingly good. So this is the third match in a row that was really good. Where I'm looking at right now, it says that the rank was a C. That is not true. This match was at least a B. This match was... It sort of blew me away, but it didn't blow me away at the same time because Cedric Alexander and Rich Swann are very talented, and along with Jack Gallagher and Brian Kendrick, of course, but Rich Swann and Cedric Alexander kind of outshine the other cruiserweights a little bit when it comes to actual talent. They're just on a level of their own, and Rich Swann has that charisma. Cedric Alexander's getting a little bit of charisma, not much, but he's getting charisma, which is good to see. But his in-ring work, top-notch. This was a very solid match. I can't wait to see where the rivalry stems to Monday night, tomorrow night, or tonight, and Tuesday night on 205 Live. So I like to see these four again, and I would like to see Rich Swann and Cedric Alexander maybe versus Mustafa Ali and a Grand Metalik. Just a lot of high spots and things like that. I'm a sucker for high spots and crazy stunts like that. Really good spots in this match that I forgot to mention was that it really stood out to me, and it kind of showed that these two are very exceptional. There was a spot where Rich Swann was on the apron, and he somersaults onto, I think it was Jack Gallagher. I'm pretty sure it was Jack Gallagher. He somersaulted onto him, and he lands on his feet, because he sort of went a little over him, and then Cedric Alexander jumps outside of the ring, does a flip over the rope, sort of like Finn Balor, and then lands on his feet to Brian Kendrick and Jack Gallagher. So I was just like, wow, they both landed on their feet, and I was just like, people really need to get behind these guys more, but another solid one. So 3 solid matches in a row. This was a nice start to the pay-per-view. So then we get to the cooldown, in my opinion, was the Women's Championship match, the Raw Women's Championship. Alexa Bliss versus Mickie James. I do not like Alexa Bliss one bit. I'm tired of her as champion. She has the same thing. She grabs by the hair. She yells at them. The same finish. Oh, they should have given it to Mickey. At least, even if it was till tonight, Monday, it would have been just take the belt off of Bliss. Just give Mickey a moment just so she can get that. Sort of like when Cena tied Ric Flair's record. I mean, Alexa she's not good in the ring, and I'm going to say it, and it's probably just because I've seen Asuka and Charlotte and Naomi, even Becky Lynch, and Sasha, of course, and it's just, she is very low on the bar. I'm sorry to break people's hearts and hurt people's feelings out there, but Alexa Bliss is not good in the ring. I do not like her. It's not because she's a heel. It's because she's being treated a lot better for having less talent, and that's not fair. Look to the burial of Bayley. But this match it just was not a good match. I could not keep my attention just because it wasn't that exciting. It was the same old Alexa Bliss match, and she did the same finish where she hits the head on the turnbuckle and does a DDT. And that was it. Mickey did a little speech at the end saying she wants to thank the fans, and I thought she was going to retire for a moment, and then she said, "This is not my last time," so that's really good. Mickey is nowhere near done, so I hope to see her more in there too. But like I said, with Asuka, it's hard to sort of get in the top billing of championship picture anymore when it comes to the women. But not the best match. This is when it sort of went down a little bit, in my opinion. Then we get to Kalisto versus Enzo Amore. This match was actually better than the women's championship match, just because I like Kalisto and I like Enzo Amore. He's also another one that's not great in the ring, but he's a hell of a talker. Even when he doesn't have a voice, he's still a good talker, or a good speaker, I should say. I'm not a good speaker because I'm using incorrect grammar, but this match had decent spots. Enzo is improving. He is getting better. I like how he's with Kalisto. I think that they should be having a lot more matches, maybe in live shows, and Enzo should be really working to get better. And I've heard on wrestling outlets and a lot of other things that I watch on YouTube that he should train with Mustafa Ali, because Mustafa Ali is looking to get into training maybe somewhere down the road, and that would be a good idea. I know he may have an ego in the back, but if that were me, I would say, you know what? I want to get better. I want people to really see that I can hang with these guys, but he is improving. Kalisto, of course, awesome, in my opinion. I like him. Enzo was doing a lot of running away in this match, sort of like a coward, like a heel coward type thing, sort of like how The Miz does it, except The Miz does a lot more wrestling. But this was entertaining. I liked it. The ending, of course, Enzo Amore winning. I don't know if they should have took it off Kalisto this soon, but with Enzo having his goon squad now, I just don't... I'm iffy about it, but it was a solid match. Here or there. Just because I liked them both, and it was just like, okay, due to the build, okay, I can see where this went. Then we get to the match of the night, in my opinion. This match was amazing. I can't say it enough. This match, and I said it as soon as it was announced, that this match was going to steal the show. Finn Balor versus AJ Styles. This match was electric. First of all, you have two babies going together to face each other, and the crowd is for them both. And look at Roman versus John Cena, yeah. Look at that. Two baby faces, essentially, going at each other, and everybody just booing their brains out to them. And then you look at Finn Balor versus AJ Styles, and people are losing their minds. The crowd was not silent for 1 minute. These two put on one hell of a show. I just can't believe it. This match was crazy. There was Too Sweet chants. There was This is Awesome chants. There was let's go Balor, let's go AJ back and forth. Sort of like when John Cena and AJ came in the ring for the first time, when AJ turned heel when he first came in. It was sort of like that, and these two did did spot after spot after spot. I can't even tell you all the spots they did, but there was one spot that stood out, and it was when AJ goes to do the phenomenal forearm and he goes onto the ropes. He goes onto the ropes while Finn is on the turnbuckle. He goes on the rope, stays there, jumps up into a Hurricane Rana, and Hurricane Rana's Finn Balor off of the turnbuckle. That was one of the best spots of the match. And I could not believe that that happened. And when I see things like that, I'm just like, okay, this guy is the best male wrestler on the roster right now. Bar none. And Finn Balor, of course, won, beat AJ Styles. Makes sense, because AJ's a SmackDown guy, Finn Balor's a Raw guy, so it won't hurt AJ to lose, but it'll make Balor look really good, so it's a win-win for everybody. Finn Balor looked awesome. It showed that he could hang with the best of them, and I really hope that Finn Balor gets put into the main event scene after this match. They should see that he is a huge draw. Everyone loves him, and stop giving in to Roman because nobody likes him. And they sort of kind of killed Braun's momentum a little bit when it comes to going for the title. But Finn Balor, this man needs to be the face of the company. And I thought that AJ was going to beat him for a minute, and I'm just like, you know what? I think Finn Balor is going to win. And Finn Balor looked really strong in this match, beating him. So Demon Balor remains undefeated. AJ gets the win. Or, what? Finn Balor wins, and AJ loses, but the Demon is still undefeated, and I'm glad the Bray Wyatt match got replaced, because that was going to be a complete dumpster fire of a match. But this match was easily the best match of the night. Then we get to a real cool down match with Jason Jordan versus Elias. This match, it was okay. I mean, I'm starting to like Jason Jordan, but I really like Elias. Elias is a cool wrestler, and he's talented. The thing is, this feud's getting kind of tired. Or not feud. The Jason Jordan thing, they're kind of trying to force it on us, and the whole Elias thing kind of got stale because the whole night he was just trying to come out and play a song. It's fine on Raw when he does it once, and then someone interrupts him, he wins a match, that's it. But when Jason Jordan's just doing the same thing, just interrupting him, throwing celery at him, and all numerous vegetables and such, and Elias just like, okay. Second time he does it, same thing, but people are loving it, but as a fan, you're just like, okay, like, do something. And then they finally had a match, and people weren't into it, because you just watched the best match, probably one of the best matches of the year, hands down. There's no disputing it. And you're just like, well, these guys aren't feuding at the moment. And it's kind of just a throwaway match. Because on the kickoff show, Elias said, oh, I want to do a song. And then Jason Jordan's like, oh, you're ruining my dad's moment. And then Elias just goes, well, at least I'm on the pay-per-view. And then they just throw a random Elias-Jason Jordan match. So it was bad because there was no build for it. It was exactly like AJ Balor when it comes to just throwing something at the last minute, but no one gave a damn about it. Because it's two people that are kind of low on the spectrum right now, but they're talented as hell, but it just didn't make sense. But I like them both. But the match was I couldn't really pay attention to it, to be completely honest. Let's just go back to the notes here. Then we get to the main dish. Seth Rollins, Kurt Angle, and Dean Ambrose versus Kane, The Bar, Miz, and Braun Strowman. The Bar being Cesaro and Sheamus. This match, I want to word this correctly because I did not hate it, and I didn't dislike it. But it did not live to the hype that I thought it was going to, and I'm going to explain. So, Kurt Angle, Seth Rollins, and Dean Ambrose won the match. Of course, the Shield wins. But a lot of weird stuff going on. So Seth, Dean, and Kurt come down. Kurt's wearing Shield stuff. People are going crazy. And they had the original Shield music. I noticed that, which was good. And then they did the match, but it's like they pardon the expression, they blew their load too early. They did everything really fast. I felt that the beginning of the match was way too fast. Like, the camera was moving pretty fast, and it was just like, okay, where's Seth? Okay, where's Dean? Okay, where's Kurt? You knew where Kurt was, but you're just like, okay, well, where's Seth and Dean? Okay, Dean's over here, now he's over there. Now where's Seth? Okay, he's over here, he's over here. It was really kind of weird, but it was good, but it just felt a little fast-paced, and I also noticed when it came to Kurt, everyone played it safe, and I found that he didn't do anything, he didn't do a lot of things when it comes to, like, slams and such, like, with Cesaro and Sheamus. Like, it was mostly Braun Strowman and Kane because they were a lot bigger, and they treated Kurt Angle like a baby here, except when Braun put him through the table later on. But with Kane, there was a really cool spot where he went to Tombstone Kurt, and I'm pretty sure it was Dean? Or it might have been Seth. It was one of them that hit him with the chair, and Kane just sets Kurt down. But I was just like, I was amazed on how amazing Kane is in the ring. Like, he is so safe. He is an awesome worker. I really... Because I heard people say that Kane was a very, very good worker in the ring. And then when I paid attention to it, I said, okay, he is really one of the best in the business. And it was awesome. And Kurt was treated really good here. I'm glad they were really safe with him. I noticed that Kurt was also, anytime he would do something, he always focused on Kane, which I thought was the best thing to do because they're the two veterans in this match. So it only made sense for those two to go at it, especially with Kurt's first match back. It's just like, okay, we don't want anything to go awry here. We want everything to be safe. So then, Dean and Seth do a ladder spot on each of the announce tables. Dean jumps off. Seth jumps off. Seth looks like he got hurt, and he did. But Seth did not look close. Seth had the ladder far away, it seemed. And it would be fine if you were jumping off the top, but he jumped off 2 rungs below, and he just wasn't close enough. And it looked really unsafe. And then when Dean jumped off, it was fine. So then Kurt was in the ring, and then Kane sits up. Because Kane and Braun got put through the tables by Dean and Seth. Kane sits up. People are going crazy. So I was just like, okay, we're going to see some awesome Kurt and Kane stuff here. Like, then it just immediately took me back to, like, 2002, like, early stuff. And I just felt really cool about that because the nostalgia kicked in. And then Kurt did his ankle lock, things like that. Kurt was doing suplexes to the bar. And then Braun puts Kurt through the table, like I had mentioned. And then Kurt gets paraded out. He's out. Basically the Brock Lesnar spot from SummerSlam. Then he comes back. And he goes crazy. He angle slams Sheamus, which Sheamus should have jumped for. It looked like Kurt had to really lift him. It looked like Sheamus was being a little stiff. And Cesaro just flew and went through the table. And then Kurt went in and was just going crazy. But this was all after. I wanted to get all the other stuff out because this was where I said the match was kind of bad. And like I had mentioned before, how it was kind of fast. And then this was just like stupid stuff now because when Kurt was out, they were just doing weird spots. Like, Kane and Braun Strowman ended up getting in an argument because Kane hits Braun Strowman by accident with a chair because Seth moved out of the way. So then these two were kind of like, I don't like you. And so then they turn on each other. Kane puts him through the stage, and he's looking over him. Braun puts his hand on Kane's foot. And you can see because Kane's standing there, they're waiting for a spot to happen. So Braun puts his hand on his foot. Then he gets up, and then Kane pulls the chairs, because there's chairs hanging from the stage on like a big rope. Or a steel cable, I would say. There's about 7 or 8 chairs on there, so Kane pulls that. All the chairs fall on Braun Strowman. Then Braun Strowman's still moving around. Then Braun Strowman eventually gets up. And then they all start fighting amongst each other. The whole heel team just starts fighting amongst each other. And this match, it was just weird. It was good, but it was weird at the same time. Like, I don't know. And then, of course, with the win, the Shield do the triple power bomb. They all do their finishers. Seth does his Rainmaker knee, I think they call it. Dean does the Dirty Deeds. Angle does the Angle Slam, of course. It was awesome to see him Angle Slam again. And then Kurt Angle gets the win by pinning Miz. Perfect storytelling. But the one big gripe also that I was going to mention was that it makes the Brock Lesnar match not credible now, because Kane did all of that. They did all of that to Braun Strowman. Kane puts him through the stage. Okay. Pulls the chairs on him. Okay. And he still gets up. This is before also, and then they put Braun Strowman in the garbage can. There was just so much weirdness in this match, I can't even remember it all. I'm remembering it all now. But then after all of that, they put him in the garbage truck and get him out of the arena. So Braun Strowman's out of the match too. But it's just like, before that, the man went through a stage. And he still got up. Brock Lesnar did one F5. And pinned him. So, just, WWE storytelling sometimes, it gets me. But that was the review of the pay-per-view. Very, very, very good start. Like I had mentioned. Got a little stale when it came to the women's match, and then it was starting to build up when it came to the Enzo Kalisto, and then after that, of course, the phenomenal, have to say it, Balor AJ. That is the match of the year. It will definitely get match of the year, I hope. And if I were to, I'm going to grade it on a 5-star system. If I were to rate this pay-per-view out of 5, I would give it a 5 out of 5 because of the Balor AJ match. It was that good. If you have not seen TLC pay-per-view yet, if you DVR'd it, if you taped it, if you are a pay-per-view buyer that isn't subscribed to the network and you're saying, maybe I might get TLC, I'm not sure, get TLC. That match is worth the price alone. Trust me. And they got time. They got about 20-25 minutes, I would say. But holy smokes, if you haven't seen that match, watch it. But yeah, that pay-per-view was a 5 out of 5. Easily. The main event was decent. It was good. It was good for nostalgia. But that Balor AJ. And then the whole start of the show, too. Like, it came off to... Raw really stepped up because No Mercy was not that good at all. This was the best pay-per-view since Mania. I've seen all of them since Mania, and this was the best one. Easy. By far. So, 5 out of 5 score. I hope you guys enjoyed this pay-per-view review. I will be doing more. The next pay-per-view is going to be Survivor Series, and before that, there's going to be NXT War Games, I believe, so I'll try to cover that as well. So, hope you guys enjoyed this review. Hit the like button if you guys liked it. Hit the subscribe if you liked it also, because you guys already know we like to keep it all the way G. See you guys later.